Lyft is a fairly new transportation network company, launched in 2012 by Logan Green and John Zimmer. It was originally called Zimride, but was changed to Lyft in 2013. On its Twitter account in 2015, Lyft tweeted, "Our mission is to reconnect people through transportation and bring communities together." They pride themselves on their flexible, safe, and reliable rides. Lyft is available in over 300 cities nationwide and operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So the way that Lyft works is when you sign up and when you want to be like a driver, you get a mentor that's assigned to you, and that mentor is like assigned to like the area you live in. And you go and meet up with them, and they're really nice, you know, they're not very demanding or anything, but what they do make sure to do is they give you a packet full of like instructions of like how like you should handle your customers and the best way to get 5-star ratings. The way that the relationship works is basically like they'll give you advice, but they give you like the majority of the control. Although my boss doesn't have, you know, full control, and I am in a system where I'm under someone else who is pretty much in charge of me, I am not required to do exactly what they say. I kind of make my Lyft driving experience and the passengers' Lyft driving experience their own and my own. People do different things. For example, some Lyft drivers will hand out water bottles and stuff like that, and they'll always open the car door for you. La Princesa is her name. I try to woo my passengers with my interior decor. I mean, who could really one-star a driver with royal pillows and glow lights? Lyft really does give employees the opportunity to use our minds and be creative in order to set ourselves apart. These are real-life skills we're getting. At the end of the day, it's all dependent on ratings. If your ratings go down, then you're no longer going to be with us. I find that this is actually a very positive thing for me personally because, you know, I'm a student and I work a lot, and because I have control of the way that I get to work, like I get to decide like when I work and stuff, it like makes me like excited to work. I can still be the silly college kid I am, eating ramen noodles and other scarily unhealthy things, but with Lyft, I'm also treated as an adult with serious responsibility and power. When they give you that power and trust, you don't want to lose it. It's like they make you work harder without telling you to. So what made you choose Lyft?
Well, I always choose Lyft, first of all, because of the prices, but every time I get into a taxi, it like stinks. I don't like the cars that are usually beat up. And Lyft cars are usually much nicer. People have some pretty nice cars when I call Lyft.
Oh, okay. Thanks. This is my little princessa, as you can see.
Well, I always find Lyft drivers so much more personable and pleasant than taxi drivers. I don't even call taxis anymore because a lot of times, you know, they're just either overstressed or underpaid or whatever.
Definitely would say it makes a better quality of workers because you're only going to get people that really want to work, because you get to choose your hours and have the power of how, you know, you run Lyft, you decide whether you want to actually do it or not. People that want to get up, people that want to work, and they want to get good ratings, they're going to be out there doing it.
Overall, the success of Lyft's business is based off their drivers that they never even met and ultimately do whatever they want as an employee. They could be rude, talk for or against the company, decline riders, supply food and drinks for them, choose to rarely drive, and so on. They are the forefront of the business and what ultimately determines if the riders will use Lyft, Uber, or another taxi service. We interviewed Angelo Del Greccio, a Lyft and Uber driver, on his views of Lyft's internal communication with their employees.
Hi, I'm Angelo Del Greccio and I work for Lyft.
All right, Angelo. So how does Lyft contact you on a daily basis?
They text me weekly with all the hotspots in New Jersey and promotions that they're going to offer me.
And what kind of promotions are those?
Just like hot zones, percentages that they'll give me more in places where there's not as many Lyfts.
Okay, and you said this is weekly, correct?
Yes.
All right, so do you feel like they do a good job in staying in contact with you?
Not like HR, but like in general, like to tell me where the hotspots are, to encourage me to drive and like where they need me, yes.
Okay, great. And do they ask you to fill out any surveys about your work experience or how they can improve the business?
Not that I've ever had.
Okay, and how long have you worked for Lyft?
I've worked for Lyft for 4 months, 5 months.
And while you're driving, does Lyft contact you with any notifications or any updates about roads or?
When they cancel, when people cancel their lifts, or when I get a lift.
Okay, do they check in about your safety at all at any time or?
No.
And what is the best part about being a Lyft driver?
The pay. And I can make my own hours.
All right, great. And do you have any ideas of how they can fix their communication with their employees?
Actually answer.
From Angelo's reports, he explains that Lyft does work to promote participation from their drivers by keeping them informed on high activity territories and offering higher pay incentives to get their drivers in dry areas and ultimately recruiting more customers. The success of Lyft is more in the hands of their drivers and customers than the CEOs of the company.
The company's high expectation of their drivers leads them to have a complex layer of systems 2, 3, and 4 as far as innovation goes. The overwhelming evidence of this is the image that drivers have full control over their job with the incentive by the company of hopes of having human capital towards them. A prime example of this is Lyft's and Udacity's partnership with the scholarship for their Lyft drivers. The goal is to have them apply for a nano degree program and bring back the capital gained through their degree to the company. The finished product is to be job ready, as the site says, to master in-demand skills, build and design amazing projects, earn a valued credential, launch your career in data science, machine learning, Android, iOS, and more. Basically, to be in demand. Edward E. Lawler speaks about this in The Era of Human Capital Has Finally Arrived, saying, "The change from the employees facilitating production to owning the method of production is a fundamental one in terms of its implications for how individuals will be treated as the era of human capital continues. It is likely to lead individuals getting a much higher rate of return on their capital. Since their human capital is mobile and can easily move to other organizations and situations that offer higher returns, the bargaining power of individuals is significantly higher. Individuals throughout these organizations are earning unprecedented returns on their skills. They are able to earn at these levels because they are in high demand and have a tremendous ability to influence the financial success of the business. In other words, it's all that Lyft wants." Lyft is a company that allows innovation to play out for the benefit of the company. They want to use the resources that is at their disposal. Young, most likely college students, who can bring new ideas and automotive advances for a company that utilizes car services.